How is it going, everyone? We are coming up on November, and that means a batch of new PlayStation games to be looking forward to. Now, historically, November has actually been a little bit more of a quiet month in recent years when the big games come out at the end of August, September, October. November, I feel like usually, in recent memory at least, has been a bit of a come down. However, still a lot of games to be looking forward to, and in fact, we've got 20 games to go over in this video. A lot of smaller games as well. I wouldn't say you have a lot of Battlefield 6 level games, like games that came out in October and, Borderlands 4 level games in terms of notoriety. However, there's a lot of things to be looking forward to. Big free update. So without further ado, let's get right into it, and let's start things off with a incredibly well-received PC game now making its way on over to PlayStation. That is 1000X Resist. Now, this is a game a lot of you probably aren't aware about, but it's a game that has been available on PC and Steam for the last 18 months or so. 3,700 Steam user reviews, and overwhelmingly positive reception on Steam as well. And it finally comes to PlayStation 5 on November the 4th. The game itself is a thrilling sci-fi adventure. The year is unknown and a disease spread by an alien invasion keeps you underground. You fulfill your purpose in serving the All-Mother, and until the day you discover a shocking secret that changes everything. It's got an incredibly unique setting, and like I said, it's already been received really well. In the near future, we learn we are not alone in the universe. A mysterious alien race of giant entities arrives. We call them the Occupants. They are not hostile, but it doesn't matter. Their arrival is a death sentence. Humanity is wiped out in a matter of months, succumbing to a disease that the Occupants have brought onto the planet. There is one survivor, a teenage girl called Iris, and somehow she's immune. Now, 1,000 years later, Iris is not only immune, but immortal. She has birthed a new society consisting exclusively of her clones. She calls them sisters. They call her the All-Mother. Yes, from a premise standpoint, incredibly unique, and unlike the All-Mother, the sisters are not immune. They must wear masks 24/7 to avoid breathing the diseased air, or even in the Orchard, an underground bunker where they live in constant fear of the occupant attack. It's incredibly unique from a premise standpoint, and the game's already been really well received, and it finally comes to PlayStation 5 on November the 4th. Speaking of really well received PC games coming on over to PlayStation, we have Satisfactory. Satisfactory, the first-person open-world factory building title, will finally be hitting PlayStation 5 on November the 4th. The game's been incredibly well-received on PC as well. 122,000 reviews, 97% positive reception, and 91 on Metacritic as well. This has been seen as one of the most replayable games on PC, and people have sunk hundreds upon hundreds of hours into the game. Satisfactory is a first-person open-world factory building game with a dash of exploration and combat. Play alone or with friends. Explore an alien planet, create multi-story factories, and enter conveyor belt heaven. It's an open-world, explore the huge 30-kilometer square alien planet that is Massage 2 with its unique fauna and creatures. Build a factory yourself or share with the joy with your friends as well. You can play solo or with your buddies. Factory building, customization, and vehicles are all there. Again, Satisfactory is a game that people have sunk hours upon hours into, and a game you can easily spend over 100 hours in, and one of those games that if you just want to kick back and relax, it's going to have that aspect to it as well, but also a lot of depth and nuance to it, and it'll be interesting to see how it makes the transition on over to PlayStation 5. Satisfactory hits PS5 on November the 4th. Next up, another PC game that will be coming to PlayStation. We've got Age of Empires 4, the Anniversary Edition, and also launching on November the 4th. Yeah, kind of interesting how all these games drop November the 4th. Celebrating its first year of delighting millions of global players, this is a definitive version of Age of Empires 4. The Anniversary Edition brings an evolved real-time strategy game to the next level in the celebratory new version that includes a host of free content alongside the base game. You've got new civilizations, new maps, additional in-game updates and languages, 2 new civilizations, 8 new maps, and you'll be able to play the strategy game now on PlayStation as well with a lot of additional content. Return to history. The past is the prologue as you are immersed in a rich historical selection and setting of 10 diverse civilizations across the world, from the English to the Chinese. An age for all players, Age of Empires 4 is an inviting experience for new players with a tutorial system that teaches the essence of real-time strategy and a campaign story mode designed for first-time first-time players to achieve easy setup and success, yet is challenging enough for veteran players with new game mechanics, evolved strategies, and combat techniques as well. Age of Empires 4, the Anniversary Edition, will be dropping on November the 4th. Next up, we have Rue Valley, a narrative RPG about a man trapped in a time loop surrounded by a colorful cast with complex emotional stories, each hiding unexpected secrets, dealing with mental challenges. The main character must rise from the depths, delving into the anomaly to uncover its enigmatic origins. Love the vibe of the game, totally getting vibes of like a Disco Elysium, which has been one of my favorite narrative-driven games, and love the aesthetic style in the game as well. Craft your own personality in Rue Valley. You can be a cold-hearted loner who overthinks everything, or a melodramatic loudmouth who always trusts their gut instinct. Whether you reflect your true personality or roleplay someone entirely different, your character will shape your dialogues and interactions in the game. Store memories in a graph, unlocking intentions and mindsets as you progress uniquely through the story. Commit to quirky mindsets for unexpected and hilarious dialogues, and experience personality-altering status effects. Become more outgoing when drunk or extra sensitive when anxious. Rue Valley looks to be a super compelling story-driven title that'll be out on November 11th. Next up, we have GIGASWORD. Balance the weight of the GIGASWORD, battling between brain and brawn. Solve intricate puzzles, discover covert chambers, and slash through foes as Ezra fights to reach the top of Nistrium and recover the God Crystal within. Can he restore the world's coherency before it's too late? Very much a throwback action Metroidvania-esque title. GIGASWORD is dropping on November 13th. Next up, we have Clawpunk. Prepare yourself for the ultimate adrenaline rush with Clawpunk, a pulse-pounding, melee-focused 2D action game infused with roguelike elements and an array of badass cat characters. Tear through a fully destructible environment where every smash and bash rewards your reactive and aggressive playstyle. Aim for the highest score possible by laying waste to everything in your path. Clawpunk drops on November 14th. Next up, another throwback action title, Neon Inferno. Taking inspiration from classic titles like Contra and Wild Guns, Neon Inferno splits the action into the foreground and background with a variety of enemies and bosses and levels set in a dystopian New York City of 2055. Developed by Zenovia Interactive and published by Retroware, Neon Inferno lets players take on the role of either Angelo or Mariana as they fight for a fledgling crime family in this throwback action title. Neon Inferno drops on November 20th. This one might be up the alley for those of you that like horror games. We have A.I.L.A. A.I.L.A. is a first-person horror game set in a near future filled with immersive technology. Play as the sole game tester for a revolutionary new fictional AI. Survive intense horror experiences that'll prey on your deepest fears as the lines between virtual and reality begin to blur. A psychological horror game that is looking to be incredibly immersive. Great visuals in this as well, running on Unreal Engine 5. A.I.L.A. is dropping on November 25th. Next up, we have a Biped 2. Biped 2 is the sequel of the exciting game about two charming bipedal robots, Aku and Sila, who rely on each other and embark on an incredible adventures side by side. Dive into the groovy co-op action adventure full of puzzles, friendship, support, and fun. If you're looking for a co-op title with a lot of charm, Biped 2 looks to be having that. It'll be out on November the 5th. Next up, we have Anima Gate of Memories 1 and 2 Remaster. Now, I've talked about Anima a bit on this channel before. Very much akin to like a AA PlayStation 2 era action title, and I say that in a positive way. If you want a bit of a throwback and a game that has a little bit of jank to it, but honestly that jank adds a level to its charm, I thought Anima was a great time. And I'll say this, the soundtrack is excellent, the voice acting is comically bad at times with some of the characters, but honestly that's fine for a game of a lower budget. I thought the game was enjoyable. Would I spend full price on it? Probably not, but something to have on your radar for sure, as Anima Gate of Memories 1 and 2 Remastered will be dropping on November the 7th. Next up, major release, as in Fallout 4 is celebrating its 10th anniversary with Fallout 4 the Anniversary Edition. Fallout 4 is a game that, you know, was revealed with an immense amount of hype and buzz. Bethesda had so much goodwill built up at that point. After the success of Fallout 3 and Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, Fallout 4 had so much buzz, so much hype around it, and Ultimately, for a lot of people, it didn't live up to that expectation, but it's still very much a worthwhile open world RPG. And yes, it has that jank to it, but now it's coming in the form of the Anniversary Edition, and the game is already upgraded on PlayStation 5. This will include all of the DLC content, and on top of that, you will be getting a lot of Creation Club content as well. So this will be the definitive version of Fallout 4, at least for now. Who knows if they upgrade it again in the future, but Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition will be dropping on November the 10th. Next up, coming from the developers of Tetris Effect, we have Lumines Arise, a game that I am so excited for, a mind-blowing, fiendishly addictive reinvention of the puzzle classic Lumines, coming from the creators of Tetris Effect, where the sound pulses through your body, mind, and every block you place, triggering dazzling visuals synced to the driving beat of an infectious, eclectic soundtrack as well. If you're talking about a game that's gonna have a great visual presentation, an awesome soundtrack to boot, this is going to be it. It's simple yet deep. Lumines Arise is easy to pick up and play, but has incredible depth that's harder to master. Players manipulate 2x2 blocks of 2 colors that fall from the top of the screen, aiming to create squares of a single color type. A timeline sweeps across the playfield to the beat of the music, clearing completed 2x2 squares and generating points. Embark on a journey. Every stop on the over 35-stage single-player journey evokes a different and complex emotional response. And again, from a visual presentation standpoint, expected to be pretty trippy on that end as well. Ready to burst, express yourself throughout, and plug in and a vibe out. Lumines Arise will be hitting PlayStation 5 on November the 11th. Next up, we have a remaster that I really wasn't expecting to see, but Sacred 2 Fallen Angel will be getting a remaster. This is a classic RPG that a lot of people really enjoyed, and now it'll be coming to PlayStation 5. Now, keep your expectations in line with this one. Don't expect something that's absolutely blow away as a hack and slash action RPG, but something that is a product of its time. Step into the world as one of 6 heroes, explore a massive open world, and master combat, arts, and spells for epic loot. This remaster brings a fan favorite back to life with high-res textures, better combat, and bug fixes for longtime fans and newcomers alike. It includes all of the expansions and updates in one definitive edition: smoother, more responsive combat, modern UI and full controller support, enhanced textures, lighting effects, and view distance and community-driven fixes, and improved stability as well. Sacred 2 Fallen Angel, the remaster, will be dropping on November the 11th. Next up, if you want a stylish side-scroller, Possessors needs to be on your radar. Possessors is a fast-paced action side-scroller with combat inspired by platform fighters, a story told through dangerous characters set in a deep, interconnected world ready for exploration. Play as Luca, the host, and Rem, her less-than-cooperative counterpart, as they explore a quarantined city ripped apart and flooded by an interdimensional catastrophe. Again, from a presentation standpoint, the art style looks fantastic in Possessors, and definitely is the element that is going to draw a lot of people in. Great style to it. And it takes place across the interconnected sprawl of a destroyed megacity, from collapsed skyscrapers to an abandoned aquarium, all riddled with secrets, hauntingly beautiful 3D environments from a stunning backdrop over which hand-drawn and animated characters and mysterious sci-fi horror action take center stage, a complex narrative as well, and a precision engagement on top of that. Possessors is due out on November the 11th. Next up, some of you guys might be familiar with Level 5 and the studio that brought Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, White Knight Chronicles. Well, they've got a brand new game coming out, and that is Inazuma 11 Victory Road. Kind of coming out of left field and coming together out of nowhere a little bit. A lot of people are not aware that Level 5 is back on the scene, but this is shaping up to be a quality RPG, and obviously, being Inazuma 11 has a soccer theme to it, which is a little bit different. The latest entry in the character collection and football simulation RPG series, Inazuma 11, with an original story featuring new main characters, over 5,400 players from across the series' history to collect and train, as well as an exciting online tournament mode. You can play the game your way. It's going to be an interesting one to see. And Level 5 did put out Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, and that was really well received as well earlier this year. Hopefully they drop another quality title with Inazuma 11. Victory Road drops on November 13th. Next up, we have the free title that has a little bit of buzz. That is Where Winds Meet. This is one I think you guys should have on your radar. Coming from NetEase Games and Everstone Studio, Where Winds Meet is an epic wuxia open-world action RPG set in ancient China at the 10th century. Players will assume the role of a young swordmaster as they embark on a journey to uncover the mysteries of their own identity. Let the wind carry your legend on an epic journey as well. Now, this is a totally free title, which I think when some people look at this game, looks looks like a big budget single player action RPG that would be at a $60-$70 price point, but no, it is free to play, an open world action RPG as well with some gorgeous visuals. Explore China's 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period where political intrigue, power struggles, and epic battles shape the course of history. From the bustling heart of the imperial capital to the hidden corridors of the forgotten wilderness, every path is layered with secrets, sights, and stories waiting to be discovered. You've got an open world with infinite possibilities. Master your way in the combat, which looks incredibly fast-paced and a lot of depth to be had as well. Adventure alone or forge your community. Embark on a rich narrative-driven adventure with over 150 hours of solo gameplay, or open your world with up to 4 players in seamless co-op play. While it does have some attention, I feel like given the scale of this game, should have a little bit more buzz around it as well. November 14th for the release, and it is a totally free-to-play game, so we'll see how that ultimately turns out. I'm a little bit skeptical just because of the scale of the game, but again, we'll see how all of that turns out. Next up, we have Dark Atlas Infernum, which is due out on November the 14th, a brand new single-player horror title, a psychological survival horror. Navigate intertwining physical and mental realities as you embody Natalia, a leader with deep esoteric knowledge, not a soldier. Be cautious and cunning to survive. Immersive terror, experience terror in various forms, hide in shadowy corridors, listen for footsteps, watch flickering lights, and analyze every room to stay hidden and safe. A rich narrative as well. Stunning artistry, enjoy meticulously crafted graphics and immersive audio designed to captivate and terrify, and accessible for all as well. Dark Atlas Infernum is due out on November the 14th. Next up, we have the latest SpongeBob title, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Titans of the Tide. You know, I love that SpongeBob is getting some quality games recently, and I'm not saying they're the best platformers that are coming out, but, you know, as a lifelong SpongeBob fan, at least when I was a kid. Let's not say lifelong. I haven't watched SpongeBob regularly in a long time, but you know what? So many of us grew up watching SpongeBob, and seeing the IP now translate into some quality games. Purple Lamp has been doing a great job with them, and now we have the latest game in Titans of the Tide. Prepare to be scared. A clash between the Flying Dutchman and King Neptune has unleashed ghostly mayhem all over Bikini Bottom. Switch seamlessly between SpongeBob and Patrick, combine their unique skills, and save Bikini Bottom from total ghostification. This is once again another platformer where you can play as SpongeBob or Patrick, combine SpongeBob and Patrick's unique platforming skills, master Patrick's brand new skills like grappling and burrowing, experience a new ghostly story fully voiced by the original cast of the show, visit iconic locations like Neptune's Palace and Mount Bikini, and battle epic bosses like Flying Dutchman, King Neptune, and Hibernation Sandy. All of that will be coming and at a budget price point of $39.99, so you know I appreciate that. You can check that out. A demo is available as well, but the full release will be dropping on November the 18th. Next up, I do want to give a mention to the free update for Assassin's Creed Mirage in Valley of Memory. This is a sizable update, so I thought this was worthwhile to mention. It's going to feature around 6 hours of new content, and it's going to piece together a crucial part of Basim's story, especially in regards to his father. A lot of new content, and Assassin's Creed Mirage as a whole is getting a lot of quality of life improvements on top of that. Totally free update here. Yes, typically not what you would see at a Ubisoft, but I'm excited for it, and Assassin's Creed Mirage I thought was a really, really solid game. I wouldn't say an absolutely amazing Assassin's Creed game, but a smaller scale Assassin's Creed game was right up my alley, and I really did enjoy my time with Mirage. That free update will be dropping on November the 18th. And next up, we have the PlayStation Plus Premium title in Tomb Raider Anniversary that was slated to come out in October. Now it's been delayed till November. It will be available standalone as well, but Tomb Raider Anniversary is a game that I know a lot of people are really excited to check out, and finally it will be available come November, and if you are a PlayStation Plus Premium subscriber, you will be getting that, so that's great as well. That'll be out on November the 18th. Next up, we have Demonschool, a brand new tactics-style RPG where motion equals action. Defeat big weirdos in battles between the human and demon worlds as Faye and her misfit companions while navigating university life on a mysterious island. Pretty unique game from a concept standpoint, and I like the art direction of it. We'll see how that one turns out. Demonschool is scheduled for a release on November the 19th. Next up, here's one a lot of people are looking for to finally come to PlayStation 5, and that is Stalker 2 Heart of Chornobyl. After the timed exclusivity on Xbox, that period is finally expiring, and now the game will be coming to PlayStation 5. Now, as somebody that's played the older Stalker games on PC, Stalker 2 is a game that I enjoyed from the standpoint of, I thought the atmosphere was great, I thought the gameplay was enjoyable, albeit I did have my issues with some of the battles and whatnot, but with Stalker, I really went into it for the atmosphere and the tension, and I thought they got that right as well. Narratively, I wasn't blown away by it, but I will say this, I didn't have that many issues with the technical aspects of the game. I didn't play it on PC when I originally played it. They have been updating the game a lot, but you know, Stalker, one of the charms of the game is kind of some of the technical hurdles that you have to go through, so it is what it is. I think overall people will end up enjoying it. I'm not crazy about the fact that you're gonna need a download and the disc doesn't have all the content. You know, that's just something a lot of games these days are going with, which is a bummer, but happy to see Stalker 2 finally arrive to PlayStation 5, and it's gonna be one that, even if you don't pick it up right away for full price, I think down the line, discounted people will end up enjoying it. Next up, we have Terminator 2D No Fate. Play as Sarah Connor and the T-800 through a variety of thrilling missions as they take on the T-1000 and try to put a stop to Skynet's plans before the human race is annihilated. Lead the resistance as John Connor in the future, fighting on the front lines as mankind's only hope in the war against the machines. Very much a throwback title here in terms of visual style, and Terminator 2D No Fate will be dropping on November 26th. Next up, we have Mina the Hollower. Take control of Mina, a renowned Hollower, hurled into a desperate mission to rescue a cursed island with foes, burrow through the ground, and explore a pixel-perfect world in Mina the Hollower, a brand new game from the developers who brought you Shovel Knight, and definitely has that level of charm. A total throwback here as well in terms of its presentation style, very much classic in vibes. Mina the Hollower will be dropping sometime in November. We don't have an official release date, but hopefully it will in fact drop next month. Next up, we have the racing game in Rennsport. Now, this has been available on PC for almost a year now. A future of racing simulation as noted, competition and digital car culture. Live the thrill of driving high-performance race cars on laser-scanned circuits from around the world and breathtaking roads imagined by the community. We'll have its microtransactions and whatnot, but if you're looking for a racing title, a racing sim, Rennsport will offer you that. A photorealistic racing sim offering the highest levels of multiplayer competition. It is where gamers, drivers, pro athletes, modders, and car enthusiasts come together to drive. I don't know if you're going to get all of those, but nonetheless, Rennsport is going to have a variety of different cars with some solid visuals. And lastly, we do have Anno 117 Pax Romana, the latest in the Anno franchise, a long-standing strategy city builder series from Ubisoft. Shape the Roman Empire in this genre-defining strategic builder game. Build cities while expanding your influence through Roman provinces. Govern using economic prowess, diplomatic skills, or military might. A lot of depth to Anno as a strategy franchise, and if you do want to check it out, it'll be available on PlayStation 5 on November the 13th. And that is going to do it for me. Again, when you look at the lineup in November, I wouldn't say that you have a marquee Battlefield 6 level game or even a Borderlands 4 level game. It's a lot of more, you know, middle of the pack kind of games in terms of notoriety and how much attention they're gonna get. But if you look at games like Lumines Arise, 1000X Resist coming to PlayStation now, Inazuma 11 I think looks solid. Where Winds Meet has a lot of potential and it is a free game, so a little bit of skepticism as well. Terminator 2D No Fate I think is gonna get a bit of attention. Tomb Raider Anniversary, it's gonna be great to get that. Assassin's Creed Mirage's free update, definitely some stuff to sink your teeth into. But that's gonna do it for me. Let me know what games you're excited for in the month of November. Sound off down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.